Good morning and happy Wednesday. So I'm actually doing a weigh-in Wednesday. On Wednesday, normally I don't get around to it until like Thursday or Friday or just whenever during the week. But I actually have the day off today and I'm off from my regular job, but I'm doing DoorDash and Instacart today. So I'm kind of in between shifts, and so I thought I would take a minute to kind of update. I have been working with my health coach for 2 weeks now, and I don't see the health coach in person. It's all kind of like telemedicine type thing. There's an app called Omada. It's like a little app, Omada, OMADA, and everything's through there. There's like a group. We have like a little group that we work together, like for support and encouragement. And the health coach works with us as a group. And then the health coach, she works with us individually, one-on-one. And mostly a lot of the one-on-one is back and forth through messaging. But I just kind of wanted to show you. Now, when I was signed up for this program, they sent me a scale, a brand new scale, and it links up to the app. So we're supposed to track our weight every day, which I have missed one day. I think maybe two. I don't know. I know I've missed one day, 1 to 2 days, but that would be it for the most part. I have been weighing every day. And every time I step on the scale in the morning, my weight automatically is sent via Wi-Fi or however to the app. So every day my health coach actually sees my weight. So I'm just going to go into it. And when I open it up, the home screen, there's like a little tip up at the top, and this one says, for a balanced meal, fill half a plate with veggies, a quarter cup with protein, and a quarter cup with grains and starches. Now, if you're familiar with my plate, that's kind of sounds like the exact like specifications for my plate, because my plate is kind of like, shows you like a plate, and then half the side of it is like your vegetables, and then you have like the other half of it is split to a quarter and a quarter for like your grains and starches, and then your proteins. So then you can like, I'm just going to give a little thumbs up for that, and then just close out of it. And then my current goal, it shows your goal for the week. And my goal is to leave my desk to eat 2 times per day. So the goal is set for a 2-week period. I just finished my first 2 weeks and I didn't do this every day. So I reset the same goal because I want to get better about that. Instead of like, because I sit at my desk for 8 hours and work 8.5 hours. Well, 8 because I get a lunch break. But I'm really bad about like just bringing my food in here and sitting at the desk to eat. And I want to do better about that, because sometimes like it won't even just be my meals. Like during the day, I'll just go to the, working from home is way too convenient. You can go to the fridge, go to the pantry and just grab stuff and just sit here and kind of mindlessly eat while you're working. So I want to be more deliberate about my meals, and I want to kind of like step away from my desk, kind of enjoy my meals and just, be more conscious of my eating. And then you have like your action steps next. And so I've completed 6 of my action steps today. And the only one I have left to do is to get my miles. My step goal, which is 7,500 steps a day, is what the health coach set for me. And you can see your completed tasks, which are I tracked my breakfast, tracked my lunch. I went ahead and tracked my dinner because I already know what we're cooking for dinner tonight, and tracked my snacks for the day. I weighed in this morning and I completed my weekly lesson. You have to weigh in every day and track your food every day. And then every week on Sunday, they send you like a new lesson, like different things to like kind of just reinforce like healthy behaviors. Like this week was about going to the grocery store. It's about like making a grocery list when you go and sticking with your list. Being mindful of like food labels and stuff like that. Then down here, there's a little section that says find what works. Things you'd like to try from lesson 4. So that was this past week. And so the 3 things that I chose was to make a list before going grocery shopping. Check the serving size before buying a package of food to know how many servings are in that package. And check the sugar content to try to be mindful of eating less sugar. And then 3 things from the previous lesson, it still shows, and I only chose 2. And one of those was try 3 different ways to flavor water without adding sugar, which I did. My husband bought me a beautiful little water bottle that's got like a infuser insert. And I sliced up some strawberries and filled the water up, put it in the refrigerator for several hours, and then I got it out and drank the cold water, but it had like the strawberry flavor that was infused in it, and it was so good. So good. So without adding sugar, and cut the sugar I add to my coffee by half. So what I did when I got my creamer is I got the sugar-free creamer. So that cut the sugar. So anyway, there's a section for like groups. Try to see, here's my groups. Here, my kickoff group, that's my coach. And then the people that I'm in the group with. And then I joined 3 other groups, first steps to 5K, because I want to build myself back up to walking a 5K, stay active at home, and discover healthy cooking. So I'm in these groups. I don't know. And then this is the section for the lessons. And there's several lessons. They go all the way through June 11th. Again, I'm not sure how many weeks this program lasts that I get to work with the health coach. I think it might have been 12 weeks, and I'm only 2 weeks into it. So this right here shows like all of my lessons that I've completed, and then the next lesson won't be logged until Sunday. And then here's the big part. Progress. There's me. There's me. Okay, so a weekly update that just kind of shows, 3 weeks. Okay, so I'm on week 3. 3 weeks of weighing in. Your weight is down this week. How many days you tracked your food and your drinks. I tracked 6 of 7. I did skip a day. I didn't mean to, but I just did. I tracked 22 fruits and vegetables for the week. 5 days I reached my activity goal, and my average steps for the week is 8,211, so 8,211. So this is like my little, what my little weekly tracker looks like. And then when you go back here, I have my weight history. Now, I don't even have to step on the scale today and show you my weight, because I already did it this morning and it's all logged in this app. It automatically goes to the app. So my initial weight on the first day that I logged in was February the 13th. at 7:03 a.m. So February the 13th, 2022 at 7:03 a.m. I weighed 283.5 pounds. That is by far my highest ever. My goal, the Omada set me an app for 263. So if you'll see, every day I'm weighing and my weight goes down and it goes back up. So like every day it's changing. So I had actually made it down 6 pounds and then started going back up to, on this day right here, I was back up to 281.9. My lowest was 277.7, and then I made it back up to 281.9. And as of this morning, I was 279.9. 279.9. So I'm currently down 3.6 pounds, but I'm on week 3. So that's terrible. But if you see the graph, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, down and up. So I've just not been consistent with working out, or with going down. But one thing I have noticed, a huge thing I have noticed on the days that my weight does go back up are days that I eat food that have a higher sodium content. Maybe I forgot to take my blood pressure medicine. So, and definitely one thing I've noticed is days that I don't work out. Now, when I first started this, I was also starting doing 75 hard. So I started out at 283.5. The very next day, I was 282.6, 281.7, then 281.5, 279.5, and 277.7. So from 213 to 220. So for the first week, I lost 6 pounds. Now, granted, I'm sure a lot of that was water weight, but doing the 75 hard, I was also working out 2 times a day, being very mindful of, watching my calories and my food intake. And then I kind of failed on 75 hard. I did so good up to day 12, and I failed on day 12. So, and that's when I noticed that my weight started going back up and down. Again, not drinking water every day like I was doing on 75 hard. Some days I forgot and would skip my blood pressure medicine, drink or eat foods with a higher sodium content. But the thing was not working out, because even just for those first 11 days, I noticed that, now they say you can't outwork a bad diet, and I firmly believe that. But on the days that I was doing the workouts, the 2 workouts a day, I did notice that I was hungrier throughout the day, and I would actually allow myself more calories on those days. But still, every day when I weighed, I was consistently down. Even if it was just a few ounces, every day, my weight was going down. So that's why I feel like just exercise has to be such a huge component in this process. Now, again, for like the last week, when I gained all the way back up to almost my starting weight, I was having a bad week, mental health wise. And when I signed up to do this program to work with the health coach, I had also requested from my employer. We have the EAP, which is the Employee Assistance Program, and they have a behavioral health program, which is at no cost to me, thank goodness. but it's taken them so long to get around to it. And for a long time, I didn't hear anything back. So they were supposed to reach out to me once they found someone. So I reached back out and, took the steps to get connected. I have it all set up. Today, actually, this afternoon is my first, it's all going to be telemedicine as well, which is good. So it's no cost to me, and I'm very grateful for that. But I have my first appointment with my therapist. So I used to be in therapy a long time ago, and I'm a firm believer in therapy. So I meet with my therapist this afternoon, and then next Tuesday, I'm actually having my first appointment with a psychiatrist, and I'm going to be on some antidepressant medicine. So that's why I have to see the psychiatrist, because I'm going to be, I have to have a doctor who prescribes and follows the medication. So I have that, and I'm feeling really good about that process. In the last 2 days, I have felt a lot better mentally. Like, I felt like this cloud has lifted over me. So I feel like once I get, established back in with my therapy, I feel like things are going to start kicking back in gear. I'm definitely going to start back 75 hard, because I just really, even for just those 11 days, I felt so much better. And it's not even about the fact that I was like, working out 2 days, or I was making myself drink water. It was just the fact that I was like pushing myself. And 75 hard, if you know anything about it, it's supposed to be a mental toughness challenge. And that was the thing, was just like making a place in my day, making the space to do the tasks. I just felt good about making myself the priority. Even the first weekend that I was doing it, we went to North Carolina, and it was like a 5.5 to 6 hour trip. And I was concerned, because I was thinking, how am I going to get a gallon of water in and be on the road for 6 hours? How am I going to get 2 workouts in? Okay. So we were leaving that evening. We left on Saturday evening at about 4 o'clock. And we left there Sunday morning. So we got back here at home in Georgia about 4 or 5 o'clock, because we had to pick up our dogs. So we got home about 5. So that morning before we left, I did both of my workouts. I went ahead and drank little over half a gallon of water. I did my reading. I did all my tasks. I just needed to finish my water, and that was all, and just stay on my diet, just stick with my diet. So I had a couple of water bottles in the car, and I would drink like 1 water bottle every 2 hours, and that would, and then we would stop, and I would have to have a pee break. And then once we got to our destination in North Carolina, it took me until 11 o'clock at night, but I finished every drop of my gallon of water. And then we got up Sunday morning and got on the road. So I had like 3 water bottles on the trip, just kind of sipping water every couple of hours. Then when we got home about 5 o'clock. We actually went for a walk around the neighborhood. So we got that in. So that was my outdoor workout. And then I went downstairs in my little home gym and worked out, did a Zumba class, and then finished my water. And so I made that a priority. And so the day that I failed, I was so disappointed. And it was my fault that I failed. Like, I did something really stupid. I was going to the park to do my outside walk, and I had opened the Instacart app. I just opened it up and was like looking to see like, oh, what's going on Instacart today. Looking at some orders. I thought I closed I slid, closed the app, left here, went down to the park, got all parked and settled in, got my headphones in, went to open my phone up to turn on my music to go walk. And the Instacart app was opened up and it said, head to the store, you have one order. So what I had accidentally done was I had pulled up an order on Instacart, and when I slid the little thing that I thought was go offline, I actually slid accept order, didn't even realize it. And it had been, at this point, probably 45 minutes or more since I had accepted this order. So Instacart was freaking out because I still hadn't made it to the store. But in my mind, I didn't know that I had the order. So since it had been so delayed and I had already accepted, it wouldn't let me get back out of the order. It wouldn't let me cancel the order. Or decline the order. So I had to leave all the way from the park, go to town, do the shopping, deliver it. And by the time I got that done, it was already dark outside. And I was just frustrated because that took me like an hour and a half or so to do that order, because I was like way out on the other end of the county and had to drive all the way to the other end of the county to go to the Kroger to pick up the items, and then I delivered them all the way up on the north end of the county. So I was just frustrated, and by the time I got back home, that was it. I just felt like I'd lost my opportunity to do an outside workout, and that was when I quit. And then the following week, I kind of went through a little bit of a deep depression and just didn't feel like I lost my motivation to do workouts or anything. And I don't know if it was just that I failed at 75 hard and it just like kind of like spiraled me off the cliff, or I don't know what happened. I don't know what caused it, but I do know that as of today, I feel mentally so much better, and I feel like I have more energy and I'm ready to get back at it. And again, with my Omada, I was down the 6 pounds and I went back up, but as of today, I'm still down this 3.6 pounds. So I'm now 3.6 pounds today. So I'm back halfway to where I was. And so I'm just ready to get there and move on past this. And so anyway, that is my weigh-in for this week. My check-in with how is it going working with my health coach. She's amazing. Like any concerns that I have, I take them to her, and she has great feedback. She has awesome suggestions, and I'm really excited to start working with my therapist as well, because I believe that overall our wellness is comprised of our physical and our mental well-being. And I think that they go hand in hand, and that if one is unhealthy, it's going to cause the other to be unhealthy. And to have one healthy is going to encourage to have the other healthy. So we're just going to work, in unison with the physical health and the mental health. So I'm very excited about that. And so as of right now, down 3.6 pounds. Should have been more, could have been a lot more. But, given the last week and a half that I had, I'm grateful that it is down and not back up. So Anyway, that is my check-in with working with my health coach and my weigh-in, and I hope that you have an absolutely amazing day and take care of yourself. Bye.